I'm going now to talk about maybe two things. One of them is ready-mix concrete versus mixing concrete on the site. Other one is using concrete in high locations and complex structures, and tie this down to, why are we talking about this special case? We're talking about this, which is an industry in a sense. Well, we know that concrete is something that you can mix, and we have been mixing concrete on the site for hundreds of years now. You can get a mixer on the site, and by counting how much sand, water, cement, and this you put in the mixer, you mix it, and then you pour it to the concrete structure. This has been done in many countries for quite a good time. The problem with this was that the laborer who were doing this mixed design are sometimes the same laborers that are doing the block work and the tiling and the painting and all. So they are not dedicated for mixed design. Also, it was difficult for the engineer to view the laborer while they are mixing every time and be sure that they produce the same quality. With bigger projects, the industry started to make what is called a ready-mix plant, and the ready-mix plant on site. So you have a big project, so I am able to make a small factory on the site, and I can control that factory for the construction on my site. And this was very common, and many people started doing this, and those factories were linked to the contractor and linked to the project. So if the project finishes, the factory will stop, because most probably those factories are on the site of the project. Then it developed a little bit further. People started producing ready mix and selling it to more than one construction site. Now, when this happened, the ready mixer here, who is producing and selling to many sites, had a permanent location with more permanent employees, more knowledge of the business of making concrete. For us as civil engineers, we went into another problem, which is that he is producing the concrete mix and delivering to the site. So there is a delivery period, location, and there is trucking, and there is time included here, and there is mix energy while the mixer is moving. So it introduced to us new problems. At the same time, when he delivers the truck mixes to the site, our site personnel started pumping the concrete. So they started send it via pipes, and we started to get segregation problems and pipe blockage and all. So with every development of the industry, new challenges started to come out. So there is an advantage of having ready-mix concrete in a factory, provided this quality that you produce in the factory, which hopefully is grade A, will still be of high grade quality when it arrives to the site. Because as civil engineers, what I care for is not how good is this concrete, how good is the concrete actually placed on the site. So that brought us into quite a complex situation, that projects like Burj Khalifa, for example, and I was lucky to have met with those people who concreted the Burj. That become a total industry. So the contractor is not going to deal with the ready mix and the mix, he will actually give it to a specialized contractor who is responsible for making the mix, pumping the mix, pouring the mix, and he will take all this technology. For example, in Burj Khalifa, they were pumping concrete up to 600, 700 meters up. And you can imagine even if you have a water pipe, and it's going out 600 meters up, how much water is in that pipe? It's huge. So when they start pumping concrete and they stop pumping concrete, the amount of concrete in the pipe is huge. And we know that concrete is time dependent. You cannot say that, okay, it can wait for a few hours. No, concrete will harden with time. We have setting time, we have hardening time, we have a chemical reaction which is alive. So the industry of producing high quality concrete became also a complicated industry. If we go back to ready-mix concretes, and I go back to Saudi Arabia, for example, we have maybe thousands of ready-mix plants all over across. Some of them are project-based, some of them are industrial-based to sell to others, and they are all producing concrete, controlling the mix design, controlling the quality of water and admixtures, and testing their concrete before they deliver it. Then we have the other step, as I said, of delivery and putting it on the site. So this industry requires a lot of expertise. Expertise in making, expertise in transporting, expertise in placing. So this is why we're trying to improve the knowledge of the labor and the technicians that are working in the concrete industry and the ready-mix concrete industry. Also, the ready-mix concrete industry is developing concrete now, which is easier to use on the site, like self-compacting concrete, which is a concrete that does not need vibration at the site, and it will flow without being segregated. So the ready-mix concrete industry is also inventing things to help market more, because it is a factory which can produce thousands of cubic meters, and they want to produce more and sell more. So they want the end user to be to find it easier for him to use. In the old days, we used to send 1 truck, 2 trucks, 3 trucks of cement. Each truck is having 6 to 8 to 10, 12 meters, cubic meters. I saw projects in Dubai when I saw, I think, 300 trucks pouring the foundation in one night. So it's becoming like really an industry, really a manufacturing industry, and just the idea of logistics of how the trucks come, where do they park, how do the pumps work, and so on, was very, very fascinating to me. So concrete pouring is science, concrete manufacturing is a science, and it's very interesting, I think. I hope you enjoyed this comments. Thank you.